seen this, maybe not.
No, I haven't.
I mean, with anybody else.
Well, no. Oh, oh, that is the Barnett thing, Chris Barnett. I bought a guitar from him.
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, but long time ago, like 5, 6 years ago.
But I've been in contact. I bought this and
Before he invented this thing, I bought a guitar from him when he was asking about $3,000 for his guitars. I had to return the guitar though because he had a rattle. He was using that Greg Smallman type of construction in which, like my guitar, in which you have like a very thin soundboard. So they apply a lattice bracing, and then also carbon fiber.
oh, wow, yes.
Thing. So
yes.
And probably I don't know what happened, but it was rattling, so I had to return it. And he actually used the magnet type of thing for.
He's making me one.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah, I've been in contact with him, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Comfortable.
Very comfortable, and as a matter of fact, when I was in Mississippi, 2 of my students bought guitars from him. So at least he got some business. I returned my guitar, but yeah.
Did you know he lives in Germany now? That's where he makes his guitars.
He lives in Germany.
In Berlin.
I visited him in Atlanta when he was living in Atlanta.
Because his address is Frankfurter Alley in Berlin. So.
Frankfurt Alley.
Frankfurter Alley in Berlin. Yes.
Hmm.
So I'm going to show you some. I got to show you these books. So I'm looking forward to actually having the Barnett armrest. I mean, this is nice, but it's a piece of plastic. So I've been working out of that book. You were right. The only thing that's worthwhile in that book for me anyway is about the last 10 pages. 15 pages.
Yeah, about that.
So I've been working on things like thumb rest stroke and free stroke with the top finger, which is very kind of difficult to do. I've been working on it though. And I think you probably know this book already.
Ricardo Espinola.
This is a fantastic book.
The Path to
Kitharologus.
Virtuosity.
Kitharologus. Kitharologist, whatever you want to call it.
I know about the book. He teaches in Denver.
Right.
Yep. If you want to work with that book, if you want to, we can do that as well.
Well, I think between that book
and
this book and whatever repertoire things you want me to work on, I think that would be a good.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Do you agree?
I do agree. I do agree. As a matter of fact, we.
Because I've gone through the last 10 pages of that book probably 5 times.
5 times, okay.
Yes.
Let's. So before, have you studied anything before the repertoire part, music of the masters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Rest stroke and free stroke to emphasize melody.
Yes.
Let's work on the repertoire right away. So let's go in order.
But what about the pages
Before?
like the Even, I mean, you can go back farther, but yeah, those were a lot of chords.
Uh-huh. I would say let's let's do this. Let's start from here, all the way to the back. And my wife is here, by the way. She hasn't started. None of us have started college yet. So teaching. So let's do waltz.
But on something like this, I mean, is it just
just strict INM, PINM alternation.
No rest stroke?
Not necessarily rest stroke. This is just for sympathetic movement when we play.
That's what I thought we were working on. Was
Yeah. Now, I don't like to rest the thumb that much, you know, unless it's absolutely necessary. The Pepe Romero technique, for example, has that thing all the time, you know, because he basically plays everything using rest stroke. In my case, free stroke with the thumb is nice, and what I like to do really is to be able to play free stroke here and rest stroke with the index and the middle, okay? Or free stroke everything. See? So that's what I like. The playing free stroke with these fingers and rest stroke with the thumb, I don't think it's a good idea. He likes to do that, but it doesn't work because you have to alter a little bit the position of the hand. And nowadays, I mean, with a fingernail like the one that I use, that is so long, it's very difficult to do.
It's hard.
But
I mean, I was doing it, but it was like.
No, we need to rest. We need to rest with the thumb every now and then, but not when you have a very active line. See, it's possible to do. Yeah, yeah. So in this case, yeah, this is. So let's try to play that. Let's see how you practice that section. Waltz. Okay, let's repeat.
I never worked on it, I just played through it.
You played through
I never
it?
practiced it.
Um,
So that was basically sight reading. So,
I see. My concern is not the music or the sight reading at all. It is the tone. Yeah. It sounds like this.
still,
It's a sound. It's a sound that is very easy to describe. It's just thinking of. It's when you're not hitting the sweet spot of the fingernail. You see that we have discussed before. So it's a sweet spot. Actually, the flesh doesn't. People say you have to use that sound that is part flesh, part fingernail. In actuality, it's just the fingernail that plays all the time, but the flesh helps to position the finger, to place the finger in the sweet spot. So what I hear is that you hit the flesh first, and then this, as opposed to, or. Your guitar would sound much better than here. It would sound like this. See, exactly. See, so it would sound like. And I came from, I haven't really practiced anything. My fingernails are not are not in shape, but it's a sound that comes directly from the nail. So that trick, 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 trick. Yeah, would you please play? It doesn't matter. It can be the first line. Can I have your hand 1 second?
is it the angle?
many things at the same time. But let me find out that sound that you found last year. Let's work. Plant all the fingers. In other words, plant all the fingers, and feel the fingernail. You see the sweet spot of the fingernail, and close. With this finger alone, please grab the pencil.
With what finger? My index?
This one, the one that I'm touching right now. This one. Exactly. But try not to move the M finger. Just this one. Now play again. No, just with the A finger. With the
I don't see any difference. I mean, I don't see what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. It just.
I'm trying to. You see, that's the sound that I don't want. You see, and that sound, I don't see if you. It's a sound that is not. I don't think is the fingernail's fault. You see, it's the angle. So right here, planting, push the string a little bit. You see, just a little bit, and trigger the finger fast and grab the pencil.
There's no.
Let me see. One more time. The previous one was very good.
See, there's the nail right there. See, right on that, just like that.
You see,
there's no nail.
Yeah, but look, you see that you are bringing this finger to the front instead of. The reason I'm asking you to grab the pencil is to force you into doing this. Look. You see? As opposed to this. When you're playing, you tense the hand, and you don't. This is the way it looks when I play. Look. You see? I'm planting, and the finger tends to go inside of the hand all the time. Look at the A finger. So. When you play, the hand is tense, and then especially this finger doesn't reach the string properly, and you're not pushing on the finger. You see, when you play free stroke, it's important that you generate some kind of pressure onto the string so that you imitate the rest stroke sound. Strings are dead. Planting, and from planting a fast trigger. You see, the free stroke works the following way. Put the fingers, the fingernail in the proper spot. Not like that, because you're gonna end up with a rest stroke. Okay, so you put the fingers almost perpendicular. You see the knuckle perpendicular to the string.
So it should be.
And
Instead,
and then look, planting fast trigger to the inside of the hand. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice, but let me work on. Let me work on.
stand. Your foot still.
Thank you. Let me work on. Did you bring your file? I gave you a file like a month ago.
No.
No, didn't. Okay.
I have a file in the car.
You have a file in the car.
I was filing my nails.
Okay, so
Before it came in.
let's use some sandpaper then. I don't know where my files are. Everything is in. There's a file here, but
And what
and let me get rid of this angle. See, this is causing trouble.
when you say that angle.
The angle I'm talking about is a square angle that you generate here.
And I think that's the way my nail grows. If you look.
Yeah, you have to get rid of it. It grows like that, but you have to round them up. They work especially on this finger. It's a very strong fingernail.
Oh, you know, I never told you that I did buy your book, by the way, on Kindle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, does it work? I haven't revised the book in a long time, but the idea is that you see the videos.
Yeah, you see the video.
The videos have.
I haven't had that much time to get deeply into it.
You see, the whole thing is the videos that show a different way to do things.
Exactly right.
And it's very useful. Especially when you know the basic technique. Once you do that, you master that, then you can think about that book. Okay, let's try again rest stroke. And thank you so much for buying the book.
Sure, I have to have that book.
And let's work here. No, that is a rest stroke. You want a free stroke from like.
Should these fingers be planted?
If you want to plant. Yeah, but don't do this here. You see, that doesn't work. Look for this fingernail immediately. So direct contact with the fingernail, like that. Play. Why are you producing that sound?
I know.
So.
That's gonna get fingernail right there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This is direct contact with fingernail
Yeah.
right here.
Uh-huh. That's it.
This is flush.
That works as well. You see, when I make contact, I make contact with both at the same time, flesh and fingernail at the same time. See, that's that sound.
No.
That's a good sound. It's not the best tone, but it is way better than. But don't be shy. I mean, because the idea, part of the sound is a good contact with the string. Another one is that you're pushing the strings ever so a little bit. And the other one is how fast you trigger the finger. Yeah. So, having said that, let's just do just the first measure. Just the first measure. In which you're using I and A. Nice. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's it. So that's the thing, Pat. The sound right there improved drastically, and it's very simple. It's like an equation. So you have good shape, no square angles. You have a good angle when it comes to the angle of approaching the string. Okay, you press towards the soundboard. Okay, not against. You see, the idea is not to slap this way, but instead it's trying to imitate the rest stroke. And I don't want you to do a rest stroke when you're doing arpeggios, but if you press a little bit and trigger fast, you are imitating what the rest stroke does, which is to push the string against the soundboard. The more we push the string against the soundboard, the deeper, the lower end of the sound you're gonna get when it comes to overtones and everything. That is why the rest stroke produces a considerably better tone than the free stroke.
Yeah.
So, but you can imitate that thing. Look, as I mentioned to you, look the angle, look. You see that? Rest stroke.
Yeah.
Now, free stroke. Do you see that? This is all free stroke. There is a difference, you see, but it's not like the free stroke is weak. How am I doing that? And I do that, Pat, by applying a very good angle here, pushing and triggering fast. See, the difference is not like rest stroke is good, free stroke is bad. It's just a matter of color. So let's move on.
What do I play to practice that?
You have two great books to practice that. You have the Giuliani 120 right hand etudes, which are just about free stroke. Or you have the other one that you showed me. Sincerely, I will go. I will go with the Giuliani. The other one is too complex. The Giuliani is very simple, and this is what everybody needs. Just to move these fingers in many different patterns. Okay, so right hand etudes by Giuliani, or anything you see here also can work for that. Let's do this. Prelude number 20. And this is probably the last thing before Music of the Masters. I'm sorry. Wait.
No, you're good. I'm just trying to see if I can get the right sound here. One thing I'm not impressed with the tuners on this guitar. They don't. Just some riding in the car this morning. There was some pretty bad weather outside of Kinston.
Really?
I saw 3 accidents. It was freezing rain.
Oh.
And when I got on this side of Mount Olive, sky started to clear. I was going to almost call you.
Almost to cancel? Yeah.
Because of the weather. My wife said, oh, somebody just told me there's freezing rain between New Bern and Kinston. And I got, just as soon as I got outside of Kinston, on the other side of 70, one car was on its roof in the ditch, and another car there was an accident. And one of the side roads, there was a pickup truck that the whole top was caved in. It was pretty treacherous.
The whole pickup truck was caved in?
Yeah, the whole top of the pickup truck was just smashed in. It was scary to look at.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, good thing that nothing happened to you.
Believe me,
Be careful on your way
I didn't
back.
take my BMW. I took my my CRV, the 4-wheel drive. So.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. Let me wait. Yeah, my fingernails are too long, but see. Try to imitate the position of my hand. You see, and look at this part doesn't move. See? So I push and release. And I'm exaggerating a little bit here. But as opposed to so. Yeah. Hey, let's play. Bass on D. And this finger on the A, no?
A. Okay. Oh my. So I'm trying to concentrate on sound, Henry.
That's fine.
Alright, let's see. I don't like that sound though. That's just hard.
I think,
Not good.
no, but I believe that there were good moments there, because why don't we play this, breaking down what is rest stroke and what is free stroke. So for example, let's play this A minor, and I will play and you will imitate. So, and when I say imitate, it's about imitating everything. So I would, if I were you, I would avoid this position here. You see that you have, that is a position. This is what happens when you have the fingers in this position. This is for rest stroke, right? So if you are gonna play free stroke, the only way that you have is, or play rest stroke with everything, that is, or is not the way to go, or doing this, okay? Producing a sound that is weak. As opposed of that, I'm asking you to have this position, you see, the knuckle perpendicular, all this perpendicular to the string, apply some pressure, and close the fingers towards the palm fast. Okay, right here. Play. It's. And one more time. That was better. See, it's a matter of repeating and repeating and repeating until you find that balance between fingernail, filing, sanding, angle, everything. But definitely you need to be aware of this.
So my arm needs to be
Yeah, needs to be come forward a little bit, okay? So you need to be aware that this knuckle, this phalange, needs to be perpendicular to the string, so that you can close the hand comfortably. See, without going this way, but instead look. And the more you play, and the more you are aware of your sound, the better it's gonna. Because I can hear you play 10 times, 2 or 3 out of 10, I hear something that I like. You see, with the setting that you have, with the guitar that I have, with the fingernails exactly the way you have them, everything. That means that you just need to repeat and be aware of the sound. So we have that. Now we have from here. One thing that is very important, Pat, is when we're playing free stroke and rest stroke simultaneously within the same piece, is to know what to do when it comes to the angle. Look, you don't need to alter the position of the hand to play that F, E. Look. Now look. You see? And then we go directly to. That is something else. I don't know if you have seen enough guitarists to see that one of the elements that you need to avoid is to change the position of the hand when you go from free stroke. Some people like to do, you see, to change completely the position of the hand. You don't need to do that. Look, from here. Because this finger is attacking the third string, the same finger with the same position of the wrist and everything reaches this string comfortably enough for a rest stroke, which is the position that you like to have all the time, which is kind of diagonal with an angle of, I don't know, 33 degrees here, 35 degrees. This is a 45 or 90 degree angle. I think 90, right? Here. This is kind
I'm
of
a musician,
you
I'm
saw.
a mathematician.
So look.
Okay.
I'm exaggerating everything, okay? Okay. So with that in mind, with the proper position for this, and with this rest stroke in the middle, let's play this passage, please.
Why do I have such a
I like that position of the hand very much. I wish were filming you. I mean, again, I want to do something because what you did is exactly the way I want things to go. Let me take this. Will you please play that again? Nice. Very nice. Now make the D natural sound, the ring, because there's no E. And let's move on. Let's continue with the next, with the A major.
I wonder if my guitar is leaning back too far. But yeah,
For me, it's nice the way it is.
okay.
It's just an E.
A, D, E.
Just like a suspension.
But there's that sound. I feel like I'm getting that.
That was good. Things that I liked, okay? Things that I liked about this second performance of yours, of the first part of that. First, position of the hand, that translates into a better sound. That is not your best sound at this very moment, as the one that is going to be like in 1 week or something. Because, as I mentioned to you, every now and then you come up with the proper combination of all the elements that produce a very good tone. But the sound definitely has presence, you see? It's more balanced. At the same time, I also liked that you immediately went for the rest stroke without altering the hand, and it was a good rest stroke. You see? I don't know. It's just about practicing and getting the tone. Let me see if we need to go over this. Using rest stroke and free stroke to emphasize the melody.
I did work on it.
You did?
I practiced it.
This is very important. This is a very important thing in classical guitar. So let's go from the beginning, from Prelude number 21. Let me put this here so I can read as well. Okay, very nice. However, you are applying reststroke to everything. When I say everything, I'm talking about the middle voice and also the melody. So, and therefore, sounding like the melody is E, G, E, G, D, G, D, when the melody is just E, E, and like that. So, in other words, if we're talking about the first measure, it would be like this. You see?
Yes.
So, rest stroke, but this is free stroke, like as if you were accompanying like this. And then. So let's play again from the top. A finger. Use the A. That was better. That was better. It's a little bit complicated to play this. You see, here you had the tendency to play free stroke everything. But instead of play this guitar 1 second to see how you feel. Where is my cushion?
Different.
It is different. It's a different type of guitar.
What kind of is this?
Lattice brace, carbon fiber sound. So it's so heavy because the sound doesn't go this way. Your guitar resonates everywhere. This one is like a speaker. Poof, goes over here. So everything goes to the front. You know?
I was listening to Anna Vidovich.
Anna Vidovich, oh yeah.
She has a Jim Redgate.
Yes,
guitar.
Jimmy Redgate. Yeah, this is it's exactly the same idea.
Yeah.
It's also Australian. I mean, a Redgate can go for $12,000. It's not that expensive, like for example a Smallman that you don't get one for less than 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Diamond, same thing.
Diamond.
Okay, you know that this is an exercise for me. That's an exercise. So Andantino by Carcassi, same idea. English dance. Which one do you want to play?
I've done this, I did that with Joao.
You did that?
I did that. Yeah,
Okay.
isn't that in the Christopher Parkening book? And,
A lot of people don't play like that anymore. Like with the rest stroke, with the melody. Instead, they apply what I'm teaching you about free stroke all the time. Because it's easier just to play with free stroke. So look at this, look at this. As opposed to do with the rest stroke all the time, that sometimes had the tendency to play to sound harsh.
it does sound harsh.
Yeah, yeah.
It does sound harsh. This is a nice piece.
What do you think about it? Have you read it through?
I read through it a couple times.
Let's go over for today. Let's go over the waltz. I mean the theme, and as many variations as we can. Let's do that. So here, rest stroke, rest stroke. Wait. One more time. Rest and trigger and have. Resting here. Ready.
See, I'm hearing too much now. That's,
Yeah, because here. Look at the position one more time. You see, I'm planting all the time. And look at the trajectory. You see? That's better. Next time, would you please start with I, am, I. I first. No.
sorry.
Move on. Free stroke, like this. Planting and then. Why don't you try this? Plant everything at the same time and then. plant everything and then, no. Let me go there. Plant
Okay.
everything at the same time, and then, you see? You see the sound?
Yes.
Look at the angle of
I'm
the
looking
finger,
at-
and then, and my fingers are in bad shape. See, plant everything and then, and they always tend to go inside, closing. Uh-huh.
But I don't know what you did. Can you do that one more time?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm planting everything,
Okay.
and then, when I with these two
Okay.
plate, these two
All
are.
right. All right.
No, wait. There.
Sounds better.
Sounds better, and it would, you know, Pat, you know what I'm thinking? You need, I want you to let your fingernails grow. I want your fingernails to go as far from the flesh as possible, okay? I want you to have a little bit more, to try to have at least 2 more millimeters of fingernail. You need more area, okay, of fingernail, because the moment that you start getting close to your flesh right here, I don't know what is happening, but
But if I'm supposed to sound less with my nail and more,
no, the flesh doesn't produce any sound at all. The flesh doesn't produce any sound. The flesh is just to dampen. His whole fingernail. His whole fingernail. I mean, they say, okay, fingernail and flesh, but that is a myth. In reality, you're playing all the time with your fingernails.
my nails are they get a little brittle when they get long.
Well, try until next lesson without cutting them. Just sand. Did you get sandpaper during the break?
I have paper
You have paper,
at home, yeah.
but that type of paper,
That
right?
type of paper.
Okay.
Right.
Okay,
It's
so
dangerous.
yeah, let's give it 2 more weeks. And
Because
but
I've been taking them down, you know, and Michael's like, my son,
Mhm.
he's like, you know, I've always been taught that, you know, you really don't need much nail to play with.
that's true. I mean, if depending on the type of music that you want, if you want to play, it depends on the player. It depends on the hand. If you see the hands of a flamenco player, because they don't want fingernails at all,
Right.
especially the thumb, because they have to do. Have you seen the techniques for the thumb of the flamenco players? They have to do this stuff all the time. Look. You see, they have this. This is called alzapúa, which is in my book, by the way. It's in my book. You can see it. So it's a. You see that you have. So you have strumming up and down, and then bass, strum. So for that, you need this fingernail to make it comfortable.
Mhm.
This is very uncomfortable for me.
I imagine so, yeah.
So they do a lot of things with that. I have seen players with fingernails at this long that play fantastic, and you don't see not even a little hint of fingernails noise.
Wow.
So I want to work around your fingernails, but I need more. Like
Okay.
So,
Tell me again, what kind of guitar is this that we have here?
the construction or the builder
The builder.
is a Ricardo Lousao from Argentina.
Oh, I see.
Ricardo Lousao.
Mm-hmm.
Ricardo Lousao, and you know, I have the contact information, and it's a warm sound, and it's really loud, and it's loud. And
So is it a double top?
no, it's not a double top.
It's
It's
not
not
a-
a diamond
it's
type.
just a
It's a
com-
small
It's a
one.
composite.
It's a composite. If you, I mean, it's like a small one. It's thin soundboard, reinforced with carbon fiber
Okay.
and lattice brace.
I see.
So it's like like a pie.
Isn't this a lattice brace guitar?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That sounds to me, it doesn't sound like a lattice brace. If that guy produces that sound with a lattice brace, then he's more of a genius than I mean, he's great, but I think this is regular, you know. I mean, if you have a lamp, like a really, you can put it here, and you will see the bracing. If you see like, it looks like a pie, definitely it's lattice brace. You think it is? So,
And he told me this is, I went back and I talked to him, this is glue.
this is glue?
He put some glue in there. It wasn't a crack, but he just put some glue in there. Because we felt underneath there. My wife, both of us felt underneath. You know, it wasn't a crack, it was repaired.
So why did he put glue there? So, I mean, yeah. One thing that I want you to see is that, look at my fingers. I will play in two ways. This is the way that I play. If I had to play this stuff, look at me. Especially this hand. You see? Even I will play that slower. Fingers in position. Go in position. Plant. And play. You see? I try to be as close. I don't do this.
That even looks awkward.
Yeah, it's. But let me tell you something. I envy you. This guitar is fantastic. It's a beautiful sound. Beautiful.
I just have to get the most out of it.
I mean, every now and then you produce a very powerful and beautiful sound. It's about practicing. And let's experiment with those fingernails. Let's do this and let's wrap up with this variation.
I can't read sideways.
So, again, you see, your tendency is this.
Yes.
It is your tendency. So what I want is really to change that habit. And it's not about the wrist, it's more about the arm. And then plant the fingers, okay? And reach for, look where your fingers are naturally. You see, that is gonna happen, this is what is gonna happen. Like, that trick. So put it right on the spot, plant, and trigger. Just play this. Continue. No, with this finger. it sounded better already.
I just have to take my time. I like that sound. I mean, should I be here? Should I be here?
Right here.
Okay, between those two spots.
This is the area of high resonance of the guitar.
Okay.
Here is sul ponticello, and here is sul tasto. So, right here. And that guitar in particular has, right here, you have different spots to choose, and it will sound different. That is the beauty of that guitar. If I had the money, I would buy one. I've been thinking about. I mean, the fact that you brought the Thames. Thames. You know, I was surprised. Wow. I wanted to check one of his guitars.
Well, now I have 2 Huss and Daltons I have to sell. Steel string guitars. Like I said, I'm still thinking about selling the Hill. And I have a sopranino saxophone. I don't know, you've never even seen a sopranino saxophone.
Yeah.
It's about that tall.
I have to. You know what I have to do? I have to show you the. I told you that I recorded. I was a sound engineer for saxophone choir. I recorded a whole album of saxophone arrangements. You know, including the toccata and fugue in D minor. And there were guys playing like an alto soprano, but it was like this big.
That's called a soprillo.
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 It was, you know,
It's probably a B flat soprillo, then it goes E flat sopranino, B flat soprano, E flat alto, and then B flat tenor, and E flat baritone goes back to E flat bass. And then there's actually a contrabass as well.
Who plays that?
Some insane person that has lungs like... I've actually seen pictures of saxophones where people had to actually step on a step ladder to be able to... It's insane.
No. But I did that. And where? I mean, it's somewhere.
Where did you do that? Where?
In Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Okay.
Mississippi, for Dr. Christopher Watts.
Yeah, those magnets are... Have you seen how strong those magnets are? Get it close.
Oh yeah, I felt it.
And he has the 3M tabs that you put in here, so you can take the magnets off.
This should be like about. I mean, I don't know how much he's asking for this.
It's $100.
Yeah, but it's a nice product.
It's the best one I've seen. I mean, I've done them all. I've gone through Dynarest, I've gone through Neck Up, I've gone through Ergo Play, Tap It. They all suck compared to that, but it's just kind of...
He's a very young person.
He looks young.
He is very young.
In some of his videos.
I saw him personally. I went for my guitar to pick up my guitar. He lived in a house, in a condo with his girlfriend at that moment, or wife, I don't know. Very young person. He was, 7 years ago probably, or 5 years ago. And the guitar sounded beautiful. And he has this thing where he doesn't apply any polish to the neck, to the back of the neck, okay? So it looks, like raw wood.
Matte.
completely mad. And I hadn't seen until now one of his wrists.
Well, I was hesitant because, but then it said, you know, I read some reviews on it, and he has a video that you can see.
I imagine that it's a difficult product to push, you know, into the public, because especially to classical guitarists, because they don't want to add any magnets at all.
I know, especially if you have a pacemaker. They say don't use it if you have a pacemaker in your heart.
You don't, right?
No, I don't, no. I better stop my thing over here. I've been doing some photography things.